Alex, welcome to Celtic. It's great to see you there in the hoops. How's the last few days been for you, and how pleased are you to be here?
Yeah, it's been obviously a busy few days, long travel. But yeah, no, I'm delighted, I'm really excited, and I think the manager must have just caught wind that I didn't have a job. And he seemed interested, and I spoke with him, and I was really excited by everything that I heard, him and Sean Maloney also. And it's just a massive club, right? I know everything there is to know about Celtic. My dad's obviously from that era where it's a massive, massive club. So just to have the opportunity to come up here, I'm best mates with Andy Robertson as well, so it didn't take much convincing from him. And yeah, it's came about that way. Speaking with the manager, just felt like the perfect fit for me, and feel like I can come in and help out the lads.
Yeah, I mean, Celtic's a huge club, it sells itself, but Martin O'Neill can be pretty convincing as well. What did he say to you on the phone?
He just sort of more wanted to, cross-check how I was, where I've been training. Obviously, I'd been training at Arsenal for a good 3 months, so he wanted to sort of hear about that and hear how I was in the situation I was, hear how my last few seasons went out in Turkey, and just get a bit of background on my situation. And then I sort of explained everything, and he sort of said, well, I'd love to have you up here, and it was just sort of seemed quite seamless. And I think a lot of these times when you're in these situations, there can be a lot of opinions back and forth with teams when you're talking, and you just want the opportunity to go and play. And the manager here, he sort of maybe a bit more old school in that manner, where he just said, are you ready to come and play? I said, yeah, absolutely. And here we are, we're ready to get cracking.
Yeah, you're an experienced guy. I'm sure there were other offers, but did this just feel right?
Yeah, definitely. Just really chatting to them guys. I think speaking with Sean also, and him telling me the expectations on the club, what it means to play here, what our targets are, and that he's going to push me. That's all stuff that I sort of identify with, and that's the environment that I've always been in and been lucky enough to be in. So all of that, and along with what the manager had to say, it just felt right for me, and felt like a really good challenge. And it's exactly what I need. I need another challenge. Obviously, I'm lucky enough to a massive club like this. And yeah, I think they can help me get back to where I need to get to, and more importantly, I need to help the team achieve the goals that we want to do.
You mentioned Andy Robertson. I'm sure when you were at Liverpool, he and Virgil van Dijk gave you a sense of how big a club Celtic was. There was some suggestion that Joe Hart might have spoken to you as well. Did that happen?
Yeah. I was with Harty a couple of weeks ago at James Milner's birthday, actually. And Harty I asked him about Celtic, and to be fair, this was before this had sort of come about, how he found it up here, and he just said it was the best 3 years of his life that he was up here. He said he absolutely loved it. And he actually suggested at the time, he was like, this would be perfect for you, you'd love it up there, Ox. And yeah, funny enough, here I am. I'm going to actually message him once all said and done. And
so you spoke to him before there was any interest?
Yeah. This was literally 4 weeks ago. And he raved about it up here, and how much he loved it, how the people treated him, how intense it is, and passionate it is. That's sort of, even playing with Harty, that's his whole identity. So that made sense why he loved it so much. And yeah, he talked it right up. So then when it came around, I was sort of fresh off those conversations as well, and that makes it a lot easier to sort of see yourself up here and how it will be. So no, really positive from everyone I've spoke to. And Robbo also told me, get in the car, get yourself up there now. I think he's messaged me every couple of hours the last 2 days. Are you there yet? Is it done? Is it done? So I'm going to give him a message in a minute as well. So no, I've got a few good references anyway, and helped me get to where I am here now.
Yeah, you're vastly experienced. You know what it takes to win the Champions League, to win the Premier League. You won the FA Cup 3 times. How much do you hope that, not just your talent as a footballer, but that experience can help the squad for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's some really experienced guys already here, and they have experience, and they have experience of winning it here and what it's like here. So I'm going to have to learn off that and try and take from that. But yeah, as you said, being in any environment and any team that's going to win things and competing for things, you learn over the years how things are done, the habits that you form, the culture that you set between yourselves. That's obviously something that I've come from and I've been lucky enough to experience. So yeah, I think that's my job, you know, also as one of the senior players or older players with experience to come and sort of train the way you need to train every day and set those sort of standards. And like I said, also it's important for me to learn off the other boys that are here and have lived and breathed it as well here. And that's a new experience for me to learn from them quickly as well.
You mentioned about the positive words from Joe Hart, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk. I wondered if it was similarly positive from the Arsenal manager when you said goodbye to him. Obviously he spent a bit of time up here, but at the other side of Glasgow, did he have any words to say to you?
I did. I spoke with him about it, and he sort of just explained how much of a perfect fit it would be. His sort of words were, you know, his time up here was some of the best of his career. He's felt things that he didn't necessarily feel again, even at other big clubs that he played for. How the rivalry, the passion, what it means to everyone that's around here. He talked highly of that, and he's just sort of said it's a massive place, a massive club, and it will be an amazing fit. So he spoke very highly of everything up here, and you know how things go around here. So that also helped to hear it from his side of things. And yeah, everyone that I spoke to sort of spoke massively highly of it. And obviously my dad is bit older, and he's from the era where, you know, Celtic is everything and is a massive club. He's got a lot of friends that are real die-hard Celtic fans, and from his generation, it's just a well-known thing as how big of a club it is. So he was pushing me up this direction as well. So no, positive things from everyone I've spoke to, and I'm just excited to experience it now and sort of immerse myself in it, dive head first in and get stuck in with the boys.
There's been a lot said recently about your fitness and things like that. How ready are you to throw yourself in and play?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. I've been training for 3 months at Arsenal and running around there and you know, keeping up with them boys. So that's been really helpful for me to keep me, you know, in a rhythm and yeah, fit. But there's always the next step is playing games, and there's a different intensity to that. So I'm ready to do that. Obviously, it'll take, you know, a little bit of time, as it always does, to get flying to your full match fitness. But in terms of being ready to go now, I'm good to go and excited. Yeah,
joining mid-season, there's a real challenge ahead for the rest of this campaign. How much are you looking forward to, you know, to feeling that pressure? Because I'm sure you've missed it.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I actually really liked about it. I know for this club how winning every trophy that they're in means, and that's sort of the expectation. And obviously looking at it, the fact that there's a bit of work to do, that actually excites me, and I feel that that's a real challenge for us all, and something that, yeah, I want to get my teeth stuck into and try and help the boys push, and it's definitely achievable, of course. And it's going to be a tough end to the season. There's lots of games. There's still obviously the Europa League, the Europe football to play, which is massive as well. But I think all part of that is stuff that I can sort of resonate with, that pressure, that expectation, the demands from the fans for those things, and that's what sort of makes me tick, and I like that sort of a challenge. So yeah, all of that fed into it as well for me.
If you don't mind, one final non-football question. If I don't ask you, then a section of our supporters, a younger section, maybe a more female section, will never forgive me. What are the chances of your fiancée coming up to join you in Glasgow at any point over the next few months?
Yeah, she'll be up here for sure. We've just had our second baby, so she's only 4 weeks old. So I think a few more weeks, and they'll probably head up here for sure. My son will definitely want to come up, and you know, he loves his football now, so it's good for him to come up. So I'll make sure she's up here, and she's been up here a few times. She loves it up here. She just complains about the weather, and that's it. But they'll definitely be up here at some point. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, listen, we can't wait to welcome you all to Celtic Park. Alex, welcome.
Thank you.